Cortex, co-host, Thick Wick, Randomstylez. What? Yeah, can I have some claps? Where's it? Yeah! Whoa. I'm sorry.
What happened?
I hit some things there, man. I don't know. Yeah, so we got a Jeter on that thing. Did you want me to get a bubbler? I got a bubbler, man.
No, that's fine. But that's
you can show it off. Let me see here. Look, so all I could do is it'll be on your camera, and I just put it up there.
Whoa!
What? Okay, so got this thingy at an event. Went to Friday High Day not too long ago.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, I know. That's a Jeter.
Apple band.
Mm-hmm. I got that too from, and they gave me a rolling tray and a battery for it. I think I'm gonna give a battery to my dad though.
Nice.
Yeah. So, Frank Tank, if you're watching, you're getting a battery. He needs to start vaping and stop smoking so much, man. He's gonna lose a lung.
Oh, the light.
Oh yeah, I gotta plug it in.
Hold on.
Everyone see my ass crack? Yeah, you got lights too, man. If you want to put them up, you do. How red do I look right now? Oh, shit. Pretty red. Pretty fucking red. Been getting a lot of sun lately. Doing a lot of outdoorsy things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like yard work and just being outside. I was outside today at work. We did a bunch of crates of things we needed to uncrate. So we're uncrating all this equipment and stuff, and we're outside doing it. And I'm like, fuck, this sucks. My back is killing me. The world hurts. And the sun. It was a bright sun today.
Yeah, I didn't get out much today, so I don't know what the hell.
I mean, you don't need to, man. You got a nice skin tone already.
Yeah, I get sun every day. I try to get sun every day. So I try
outside. Not to, because I burn.
You got to get a nice tan color, though, you know? Like, I don't know.
It's so tasty, this Jeter.
Yeah, the apple band's good. I would. Dude, what's up with this, though, man? I got to get stronger shit, because Xerxes was just putting it like this on his nose, dude. Like,
oh, Xerxes is fucking nuts, bro.
But then,
I wouldn't put that against him, though, man. He was so fucked up. He was so fucked up, man. Because, like, he was still trying to drink some more. We went to go get sushi at Yogi Grill.
Yeah.
And, damn, I don't know. He was fucked.
He was having the time of his life.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good. We had a good time.
But Robert was doing it, too. He was going like this. Like, I was like, dude, what's up with these half-breeds, man? Come on.
Bro, you had said that the potency was wearing off.
I think it is, because the way that they were messing with smelling it.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Let's see. I can handle that. It's not as bad as it used to be.
See, okay.
Because I remember how terrible it was.
Oh, dude, it was kicking you in the face before. I think there is still something there. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how they were doing that.
Dude, shit's like smelling so bad. I don't like it. It's just you can't help but pull yourself back.
You have to find the right.
I don't know, man. Maybe those guys just got some fucked up noses or something. No,
you have to find the right spot. I was just,
you think?
Yeah, I was just messing with it right now. That's why you didn't get it at first, because I didn't either. And then I turned it.
Because you've had it for over a year, right?
No. Probably like 6 months.
No way, man. I feel like you've had this longer.
Maybe. It's probably time for a new one. I'll find another one.
I'll just have to go search our tags on some of the podcasts because you opened it on camera. So
I did.
yeah. So whenever that's done, we can find the date that it was done, and it'll be done.
Yeah. But no, it was good, man. It was a good day. Had fun. I never did this after a performance. I feel like.
Yes. So we just got back from a show.
Yeah.
DJ Randomstylez was rocking the house, and then I set up a photo booth, and it was rocking too.
Yeah.
It was all pretty good. Everyone who was using it liked it.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, it was a good time.
I know.
Down. And that dance floor was moving. It didn't stop. And you played until they shut down. And
a little bit after too.
Yeah. And they were trying to get everybody out, and you were just still playing music.
Yeah.
I was looking at the time. I'm like, oh, we've been done.
Yeah. It was funny.
Yeah.
But
it was good. You did good.
Yup. It was fun. Yeah.
So, are you gonna take any of these pop sockets, bro? Because there's some cool ones.
Yeah, I'll take one.
And they're abstract as well. So this is their abstract stuff.
Yeah, I can't even see what this one is.
This one says berry gelato. It's pretty cool too. I don't know if we can get it on somebody's camera. I don't know whose looks better.
Creamsicle.
Yeah, I think it was better on yours. Say berry gelato.
Berry gelato.
Okay. And then you can say the creamsicle.
Creamsicle.
Which one's that?
Something punch. You read it. I can't read that.
Purple punch.
Purple punch.
They're pretty sick, huh? And they got the abstract logo in there with the eye and shit, man. Honestly, pop sockets, I used to not care for them at all, but
you got a good setup though.
I love this now.
I liked your setup where you can take it off.
Oh, with the magnetic little thingy.
That's what I would like, because I like it flat too. Sometimes
Get yourself one of these plates, man, and you can just put any pop socket you want on it. The plates they sell on Amazon, and you get a case with the or if you don't even want to change that case, just get the magnets and stick them on the case, and that's it, because that's all it is. It's just magnets.
Yeah, and it's a good magnet.
And this is the same part where this one's designed so that it's where my wireless charger is for this specific case there.
Do you think it helps with the charging? Like
No.
it pulls the charge?
No. But it helps get the placement right.
Okay, because it magnetizes itself.
And it floats on it. So I could put it sideways, and then got a little display or something at night, because I have an always on display. So this is always on the time and everything.
Oh, it never goes black?
No, this is what it does. Unless it's on power saving mode, that's what it does. It looks like that. And when I have no notifications, let me get rid of all the notifications. This is what it looks like.
Oh.
Yeah, just with all the info that's going on.
Yeah, I never turned mine up. I don't know. I feel like it drains the battery, but
The always on display, yeah, it definitely will suck some juice, but it's not that bad for these higher end phones with the OLED displays, because all of the black is turned off. Those are pixels that are literally off. They're not using any energy. And so the only thing lit is these very dim pixels here. And that's why it's a specific color to save on battery and display usage.
yeah, it's not a white.
And so it doesn't burn it in. No, it's not. It's like an off gray, like closer to a white gray or something.
All right, so it probably minimizes it then.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, to like look over and see the time without having to like turn the display on or something,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I find myself a lot just popping out my socket here and just doing that.
Yeah. I like setting it up.
letting
Sometimes
it
I'm
be
looking at it when I'm
like
doing
that.
something, and you gotta find a fucking Yeah.
And then this way I can watch my phone. And with this little magnet thing, I got it in my garage too. So I got a little wireless charger. My sister gave me one that she had for her car. So it clipped to her car and it came with its own magnet. But it happens to be round and the perfect size for this too. So I slapped it on there right in my garage, right above my little work table.
Yeah.
And so I can like have a video up if I want, or, you know, my music is right there next to my speaker in the garage. So if I'm working on something in there, I can still have my phone close by.
Yeah.
And see it without having to touch it or anything. You know, like if I'm doing an oil change.
It's definitely handy.
It is. It is.
Handy, man.
Yeah. So did you want one of these?
Yeah, I'll take this purple punch.
Purple punch. They're sick, bro. I was just grabbing shit. I was there and I was just grabbing things. I mean, as you can see. And I was telling Crystal, grab that, grab this, grab that. She's like, I don't know, it feels wrong. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. That's what we're here for. Fill up the bags with free swag.
Yeah.
$35 paid for the ticket, man. And I did a couple of things there that got me extra shit. So, Wana, do you know Wana? They do the edibles.
The Wana brand.
Mm-hmm. So they were there. Shout out Wana. I've got like some of their stuff somewhere. I don't know. But they were there and they were giving out their strips. And their strips, I think, had like 5 milligrams. And they were giving like 1 or 2 strips to everybody. I get up there and the lady's like, oh, all you have to do is follow us on Instagram. So here it is if you want to type it out. And it was just their Instagram homepage, right? Like if you were searching them on their phone, you're looking at their shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm already slightly high because we've been getting free samples from everybody. And I walk over there and I'm like, all right, I'm not even going to tell her. I thought about telling her, but I didn't. So I just grabbed this lady's phone off the table and she starts to think I'm doing something because I'm clicking on her phone. She tries to take it back, but I don't let her. And she's like, actually, you could just type it in. And I finished what I was doing by this time.
Yeah.
Which was on that page, you can go to the settings, like the 3 little dots, and then you can hit view QR code and it'll show you the Instagram QR code for that page.
Yeah.
And so that's all she needed to open, and it looks really nice and everything because it's for the page by Instagram. And so I put that there for her, and then I took my phone out, scanned it, and was like, there you go. And she was like, just bewildered. She didn't know what was going on. She was like, because, you know, I took her phone and then I put it back. And she's like, oh my God. When she realized what it was, she's like, how'd you do that? You saved my life here. Literally saved my life. Because she was struggling with, you know, people trying to quickly get through and they're taking forever typing. They spell it wrong. She's like, it's that one right there. But the QR code and scan it, but they didn't print one out. So they didn't know. And you just pull it up digitally. Yeah. So I did that for her. And she gave me so many of those gummy strips. I have some if you want to take some. Yeah. She filled up a little cup worth.
Dude, give me one right now. You want one right now?
Shit,
dude.
man. Let me go get it.
You get me all hyped up about this gummy, man. I gotta try this thing now, man. Be telling me about gummies and then don't give me none. Come on. This sounds good. And this is what we needed. We need a gummy. We need a little vape in the lungs. There we go. Yeah. Now we're about to get some gummies. Here it is.
All right, man. So this is all I have left. But I had about 4 of these packed like this. Like I had to stuff these in here.
Yeah.
But go ahead and grab one, my friend. They're 5, so they're very small.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, sugar-coated goodness.
They're good. They're just good candy.
Oh yeah. Want to make some good ones. They're delicious. For sure.
That's like a chamoy or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Really good.
So she just filled me up with these. And I was like, oh shit. And Crystal was like, you shouldn't have touched your phone. And I was like, yeah, but look what I got for it. Are you clicking this yet? So we head out. We're outside and I can't think of the name. which is sucks because I would like to say the name of the company, but whoever was out there right next to the little smoking tables that they had, they were giving out pre-rolls. And I think they were half gram or a little bit more.
Okay.
Pre-rolls. And they were giving one to everybody. And usually, we've been walking around getting free shit from everyone. And all you have to do is scan their Instagram and follow them. That's what they want, you know? And so Crystal says to them, do I have to scan something for it? And they're like, no. They weren't asking anybody to. They were just giving them.
Yeah.
And so the guy said to her, yeah, you have to do a cartwheel. And then everyone started laughing. They're like, no. They just take one. And so I was going to take one, but I was like, I can do a cartwheel. And Chris was like, don't do a cartwheel. And sure enough, I fucking did a cartwheel. This is towards the end of the night.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how up there we are.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do the cartwheel, and both the reps from this event are like, just like, you did a cartwheel. And they're clapping for me because I can do a pretty decent cartwheel for a short, pudgy guy.
Yeah.
So I ended up walking away, I think, with 6 of those pre-rolls.
Nice.
I know, man. I was hooked the fuck up at this event. I probably walked away with like $250 worth of product.
Yeah. If
I
you
think
really
I did the
about
math. Like I went on to
the websites and everything,
and I went to find how much this goes for.
Yeah.
And I did it by like the size and
that's way too much work, dude.
I know, but I was high as fuck, and I was telling Crystal because we put it all out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I took a picture, but I should have fucking took a picture because we stacked everything out. We sorted them because we just had tote bags.
Wait.
This is downtown. Warehouse. What is it called? Warehouse something. Let me see if it's in my history here.
What was it on, like Saturday or something last week?
It was on Friday.
Oh, Friday.
Warehouse 215 is a little venue.
Okay.
Little art venue thing. Yeah. It was really cool. Yes, it was on a Friday, and it was fun, man. I got hooked the fuck up.
You gotta tell me next time, man. I'll go.
I thought I did.
Well, I was gonna be out of town anyways.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I think that's because me and Crystal had mentioned it to you, and she was like, "I think you would have had fun there, Pete." And then you said, "Oh, I'm leaving out of town."
Yeah. We were going out of town, but yeah, next time, dude.
Yeah,
I'll fucking do it, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. Anyway, but. So yeah, I had a fucking blast. It was amazing. I followed so many people, and I was telling you, we really wanted to. We should just show up at some of these events and get a vendor spot and just do something, but to promote the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll play some jams, take some pictures.
We just be like, we have a podcast, and this is who we are. Come take a listen and hear what we got to say.
I can make a flag, dude.
Make a fucking flag, man.
Out of our logo, I can make a square. Yeah, and we could post it
up a canopy or something.
And then we'll make a QR code, a canopy QR code. Mm-hmm. Dude, you could take a picture from a plane.
And all we gotta do is just offer them some shit,
Yeah.
So it'd be good, especially events like this, like adult oriented one, because that's like our.
What did you need? Like a water or something? What if we got like a bunch of like mini waters or something? Because everybody's walking around.
Well, that's what I was saying, dude. We can set up a photo booth.
Yeah.
Because as I was walking through there, everyone's taking pictures and stuff. And they got little like things you could take a picture with and whatnot. Like they had these. I took one with Crystal. But I don't think we should give them anything. I think we should give them the photo. Like we set up the photo booth, we send a text or an email, and it has
our QR code,
digital Cortex, and we could put the green screen up so they could be anywhere they want.
Or they have to do green screen with our logo in the back.
Well, our logo would be there regardless.
Somewhere on the...
Yeah,
you could do that. Yeah.
It would be photo booth provided by Digital Cortex.
Yeah, and it would be
Digital Cortex podcast or something just very simple. On the bottom.
Yeah.
Nice and clean. But we'd be like, it's a free photo booth. All you got to do is follow us on Instagram. And people would have been like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll just follow you and get a photo booth. And then they wouldn't even fucking know. We start doing all the Instagram shit, and then all our followers, maybe a couple of them start listening or they share it on.
Yeah.
Or they clip it.
That's a good idea for sure.
Like, it would be a great, like, grassroots marketing campaign. I know a lot of people want to, like, market themselves on the internet through social media.
But people still like person to person.
Yeah. And I feel like, why not start it, like, somewhere in our own city and shit? Because I feel like with us and our podcast, we have definitely did it slightly different than how most people try to, tackle a podcast.
Yeah.
Their main thought is, let's do a podcast, and they copied off of a different way of it being done and whatnot. And then they'd have their topic or their theme or whatever, or their little segments and shit. But like, our whole premise on our podcast is that we just do whatever comes out of our mouths at this table. It happens.
Yeah.
And we're putting it out online.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was going to talk about today.
And we were doing it without even putting it on online. Like, the podcast in its own, it doesn't matter if we get one follower or 300 million or whatnot, right? Because to us, we're still going to do it.
Yeah.
And it's not like we are out there begging for, sponsorships and people, followers and whatnot. But I think it would be good for us to get out there and just at least spread ourselves.
Face.
Yeah, and I feel way more comfortable doing that than
whenever we've done
just doing Facebook ads or some shit.
Whenever we've done that and we've told people and then they listen, they like it.
Yeah. People, because we're sitting here having a fucking conversation the same way we would have had a conversation at a fucking table, and we're both entertaining social people at tables anyway.
Yeah.
So fuck that. Get on that dinner table and start socializing.
Wow.
I forgot the fans on, man. But we didn't hear it.
No, you said you didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it in the recording. We went and listened.
Yeah, because you even did a sample last podcast. Remember, you turned it on, then you recorded something and to see if you could hear it, and you didn't hear anything. We can hear it on our headphones right now, but that's it.
Dude, we have to get some material or something and start trying to, at least every podcast, every time you come over, we've got to hit this Lookah in a different way. Because it has so many options.
Yeah, we'll switch it up.
We got to prep for that and figure out what the best option is. But this thing's sick, bro.
I think it needs to be turned a little bit.
What? Your camera?
Yeah, because it's not even getting...
Oh, yeah. Well, I told you we might have to, so.
I didn't even realize that. There.
You want it like that? Maybe zoomed out a bit?
No, that's good. Just leave it like that.
Let's see.
Or you can just zoom out once. Yeah, there you go. And then turn.
And then I gotta tilt, I think, slightly.
There it goes.
Yeah. You good there?
All right, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. You gotta tilt that thing down, I think, because otherwise you lose it in the light.
Okay, there it goes.
That's way better. Yeah, just pointing at me.
Adjust.
Yeah.
We just on the fly.
We do. We have to. That's who we are.
We've always adjusted on the fly.
Because shit happens. We don't fucking edit it out.
No, man.
The only time you don't see what happens is when I have to hit stop recording.
Or I have to take a shit. I'm just kidding.
That happened once. I'm just kidding. But fuck, man. Tell me about your weekend.
It was good, man. Went out to Cali.
That's right.
Yeah, I went to Santa Monica, hung out, took the girls, my mom. It was windy, though.
Was it?
Yeah, and it was raining, too. But not like bad, like drenching rain or anything. Just kind of like sprinkles here and there.
Like nice.
Yeah. It wasn't raining for most of the day on Saturday until later in the afternoon it started raining. But yeah, it was nice. It was definitely cooler weather than here. It was 60s. So, felt good. And then the ocean, even though it was so windy at the ocean, man. It's always windy at the ocean. But when it's like a little bit colder, then you're like, all right, I got to wear a jacket or something, dude. But, and then Santa Monica has a roller coaster and it has a Ferris wheel. And it was so windy that they were even telling the people online, we might have to turn this stuff off. Like it's too much. When it gets too windy, they can't be on. It's just a little roller coaster, but still, it's not safe.
Yeah, it's not safe, especially with you know, things.
People on it.
The weight of it moving back and forth and shit.
Yeah, and that wind was like, it was like
when it gets
you.
up there, it's harder than when you're down here too.
Yeah, because you have the buildings around some of the parts, so you don't feel it. But then when you walk outside of the buildings, dude, we were getting hit. Like
that wind hits you harder at higher altitude. It just moves harder.
Yeah. So
because that's where it comes from. I don't fucking know how wind works.
Kung Fu. It doesn't come. Where does it all come from? Come from. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Wasn't there like some tsunami warning or something like that? I thought I heard about that. There was like a earthquake on the sea or something.
I did hear something like that.
There's just so many things happening at the same time. I can't even. There's an earthquake in Taiwan and fucking. You know, the Taiwanese is trying to build all these semiconductor plants in Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I knew that.
Yeah. It's the Taiwanese are moving their operations out of Taiwan.
Job openings.
Dude, there's so many companies moving here, dude. That's crazy, man. I don't know how I feel about all this. It's just getting so busy, so crazy.
I know. We're popping. Arizona's popping, man.
Everyone's talking about it. There's so much
we're
stuff.
Homeowners. We're going to benefit from it.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
But we're here already, too. You know, like...
We're already established.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been here, what, how many years now? 15 years or something? 10 years?
Man. It's been less than that.
Oh.
No, I guess it has been almost 10. I think it's 8.
8 right now?
8 years.
Yeah.
8 years.
I mean, that's pretty good, man.
That's a decent amount of time.
Oh, you got in at the
optimal
right
time.
Under.
Dude, we bought this house in 2020 with the fucking
the door
3% mortgage.
The garage doors was closing and you slid under as they were closing, dude. You bought it right before.
Such a good time to do it all too.
Yeah, like you can't buy this house no more.
No.
Like you would not be able to afford.
I have a friend, a coworker who's just telling me that like he got approved for a mortgage and they're looking at $400,000-$500,000 houses.
You have to.
No, $300,000 to $400,000.
Yeah.
No, $400,000 to $500,000 houses, which would be something like this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Now. Yeah.
Yeah. So just a nice little decent family home in a suburban area.
What they call a starter home sometimes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And he was telling me that, and we're going through and looking at what the possible payment's going to be. And it was looking at, I think he was saying it was going to be like $2,500, $2,600.
Because of the interest rates.
Yes. And I told him, bro, when I got my house, it was $278,000.
Yeah.
And then we got a 3% interest rate.
Yeah.
And because... No, it was a little higher at the time. I think it was 4%.
Okay.
It was 4%. And then 6 months later, our broker called and was like, no, 3 months later. 3 months. Because he told me he usually does it in the 6 months to a year. But it was 3 months. And he was like, I think it's actually a good time for you guys to refinance. So we did. We refinanced the loan with a different company and it got us down to a 3% interest rate is what they were offering at the time. And it brought our mortgage down. So I told him, I was like, we're paying $1,500 a month for this place. And we don't even have PMI on it. So I was good. Because we lost the PMI when we refinanced 3 months in. 3 or 4 months in. Yeah, something like that. That's how much like the value increased. Yeah. That we were able to get this loan. It was great.
Yeah. The time that you got it at was the perfect time for that shit, man. Because it's out of control now. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what you have to pay, what the costs of the houses are. I mean, it's just their down payment and everything has to increase because of the value of the houses have increased. I mean, it's all just a whole fucking shit box worth of. But I don't know.
I don't even think we had a down payment.
Yeah, a lot. Well, there was a lot of no down payment programs. So I mean,
and we were first time home buyers, so we had the assistance, the government assistance, and the grants and shit. So it was good.
Apparently,
it was good for us.
Katie Hobbs is trying to do, or she passed some kind of assistant home purchasing thing where they'll help you with your down payment and stuff like that for first time home buyers and stuff. They're trying to help the people here because they can't buy a house. I mean, it's just ridiculous. There's not a lot of houses available, and then the ones that are available are really expensive, and then the interest rate ain't good. So it's like you got all these things working against people, and it's just when you keep raising the barrier for entry, there's just more and more people that fall under it. So I mean, now you have corporations and big businesses buying all these houses and then just renting them out, and you don't want to be a renter, dude. I mean, come on, you want to have your own shit.
That's the only reason we bought a house, was because we were renting before, and we were telling ourselves, like,
it's going nowhere.
We want to stay in a house. We don't want to move. We didn't want to move. So we were going to renew the lease because we were losing a roommate.
Yeah.
And we were going to pay the rent. And the rent was, I think it was like $1,300 or $1,400.
Yeah.
And so I was no, it wasn't. It was $1,500. It was $1,500. So I was telling Crystal, babe, we could buy a house. And she was like, what? That's crazy. I was like, yeah, but like if we go and buy a house, we're going to pay the same in a mortgage than we would renting. And when we first got it, it was a little bit more, but it was still decent.
Still worth it.
Actually, no, it wasn't $1,500. I think we were paying around $2,000 renting because it was a large house for 3 people.
Oh, and then you guys were splitting.
And then we split it 3 ways. And then with me and Crystal, we're going to just split it between us. And I was like, let's just buy a house.
Yeah.
It just made more sense at the time. And it just everything just worked out. We got very fortunate and lucky with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people that moved right in 2020 or early 2020 were probably the best ones out, because then 2021 came and it just all hell broke loose. That's when all the lines were for houses. Just to look at a house, there was like a line down the street.
I know. I know because even during that time, it was definitely a seller's market, and the fortunate way that we got this house and another house, we actually had an opportunity to live off of, I think it was 99th or 75th and like lower Buckeye area somewhere over there. It was farther, but it was a really nice area. The house was very nice. It was single story. The guy had done some nice upgrades, like the kitchen, very remodeled.
2-story?
Yeah, they had this center island that he built himself, and it was made out of a giant ass piece of tree.
Oh,
it was so nice. It was so cool. And it had one of those bonus rooms, like the 2 living rooms, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And honestly, we should have chose that house.
Looking back
at it, we should have chose the house. It was the same price.
It was between the two. What made you pick this one then? Was it the area?
Location.
You liked the location better?
Well, it was just closer to Crystal's family.
Okay.
Because if we were over there, it's much farther away. And it was farther away for me at work at the time.
Oh, okay. I know what yours.
And it was farther for her at work as well.
I didn't know you guys were looking right there. That would have been real close to me.
Yeah, it actually would
have been a short drive.
Would have been good. We would have started carpooling.
Yeah, but no, this I think this is better, dude. Yeah, this.
This worked out. But the yard size was about the same too. Still had grass in the backyard, and that's what we were looking for.
Yeah, for the dogs. Yeah.
It was much more shaded though, and
more trees.
The master bedroom led out to the backyard too.
That's kind of cool.
So shared a patio. But the lady was selling the house because of COVID, and she wanted to go live with her family back home in her country. And I forget what country she was from.
Was it like Eastern European or something?
But
or what?
We put an offer on the house, and usually what happened when we go and look at the houses is that we would schedule like 5 or 6 houses to go look at after work. And then we would be told throughout the day, oh, this house had an offer and it's accepted an offer. And by the end of the day, that happened so much that the houses were now off the market that we would end up looking at one or nothing.
Yeah.
And so there was very slim pickings, but it was a really nice neighborhood over there. I don't have regrets, but if I had to redo it, I probably would consider that one a little bit more because we had to make a decision immediately. We saw both of these houses at the same day. And we put an offer into both of them because we had to. It was like, you got to find a house.
Yeah.
So we were told by a realtor that the first house, the single story one, the lady thought that me and Crystal as a young couple reminded her of her and her husband.
Yeah.
So she was holding the house for us. She had offers that were higher. But she was coming down to meet us at our price, which was the top of our loan.
You saw her?
Yeah, she was there when we went to tour the house. She was still living in it.
Oh, okay. So she saw you come in and everything.
And she was an older lady.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and she had kept a really nice house, and she told us about things. So that's how I knew, like, the guy had built the center island and stuff. Like, she toured the house for us, which was amazing because it was someone who was living in the house showing off her house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And talking about all the things that happened in it and whatnot. And it was like, oh,
yeah,
wow.
You don't usually get that.
She was like, yeah, this was its own room at one time, but my husband put up this wall and tore down this wall so you can have an office connected to the master bedroom. And I was like, oh, yeah.
That's like something you would do.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you want this house, dude.
Because, like I said, the guy put a lot of work into it. And I was like, yeah, man. Yeah,
I like that kind of stuff.
But,
how did you wire this place here?
Right.
That's the next question. That's the other thing. They probably didn't have it wired like the way they got it wired here, dude. You got hooked up with the wiring, dude.
I did get hooked up with the sound wiring, but I want to say, if I remember correctly,
the guy
no,
did
they
something?
didn't have it. Right.
Yeah.
They didn't.
I didn't think
so she was going to take our offer.
Yeah.
Same price as the offer we put in for this one. And we had struggles with the people selling this house too. Like, it was a fucking pain.
Yeah. Annoying.
Yes. Very annoying. But basically what happened with this one, the only reason they went with us, because there was offers that were more, but they went with ours because our lease ended at the end of November. We're looking for houses in October. We would have moved in end of October, right?
Yeah.
That's what we were looking at. And we're like, okay, well, I guess that works. And so the people who were living in here, they were going to use this house to purchase their next house.
Yeah.
But they could not purchase the next house unless this one was sold.
Oh, okay.
And this one, but they have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So they have this in between. So then they have this option of
renting it from you?
Renting it from me.
Yeah.
So they rent it per day that they're going to need it. So they extend the move in date for us by a week.
Yeah.
Which was fine because we still had our rental for another month. So we moved in the middle of, we closed in end of October, and we were moved in the beginning of November.
Okay.
I remember
they rented it for a little bit. And
they rented it for like 6 days, but they only stayed in it for like 3.
Okay. They were gone.
Yeah, they were gone. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, they still paid for all that.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I mean, it wasn't like any amazing amount of money or anything, and it all went towards in the house. So it's not like I even got to see it.
Yeah.
But that was why we now had the power of choosing. It wasn't like a matter of like who's going to accept our offer and who's not. And, we actually had choosing because, one, that lady was waiting for us to make a decision because she wanted us to have her house.
Yeah.
And 2, these people had nobody else that was willing to let them stay in the house after it was sold. Because I guess like that can be a risky move.
It can these days. Yeah, squatters and stuff like that. Like, there's some issues going on for sure, man, with some of these Airbnbs and stuff like that. People are not leaving when they're supposed to.
No.
So yeah, you guys could have ran into some.
Definitely could have ran into some crazy shit. But we didn't. I mean, I did find a bunch of random ass things that were kind of like the toilet paper holder in this bathroom right here. It was pulled out of the wall, right?
The fuck?
At one point in its life.
Yeah.
And so the previous owners decided to fix that. And how would you fix something that came out of the wall like that? You'd patch the wall, maybe move it over a little bit and then paint over the patches.
Yeah.
So that it's anchored to a better portion of the wall now. Right? Duh.
Something like that, yeah. A stud or something. Find
Just
a stud.
move it. No, this man or woman or whoever decided that the best way to fix this was to put a shit ton of silicone into the hole. And hopefully let it the original drywall anchor that's still on it.
Oh man.
And just behind the little plate and everything, silicone. Yeah, because when we painted, I had to take it off and I couldn't get it off. And I was like, why can't I get it off? And it's all loose still, but it's not. And I was like, oh, it's because it's got a shit ton of silicone and a giant hole in the wall.
Oh my God.
That used to be under the window. And I patched that up and I moved the toilet paper roll onto the
better spot.
Yeah, I put it on the cabinet.
Yeah.
Because to make more sense.
Just move it, yeah.
Yeah. So, it was stupid stuff like that that I found a lot around the house.
Yeah.
Just things that were always fixed with silicone for some reason.
That was his favorite method.
Honestly, man, there was silicone everywhere. Everything that I would find that was, a homeowner fixed.
Silicone was involved.
Silicone was involved in some sorts. It was like the duct tape, for them. You use it on everything. No, it was silicone.
It was Silicone Man, dude.
He's a silicone man.
Yeah, dude. Maybe he had a shit ton of silicone. He
had a shit ton of silicone.
What if he woke up next to silicone, dude?
He probably had a subscription to some silicone delivery service.
He had a silicone.
He made his bed out of a silicone.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He had a silicone pillow, dude. He used it for everything. Man. He puts a light bulb on top of silicone. He's got a YouTube
channel that's all about silicone and all its many uses. Silicone, the 100,000 uses.
He makes little rings like this to hold the light.
He's like, here's how you can make a cup. Here's how you can make.
He has silicone plates. Dude.
Yeah.
Look at my silicone lawnmower.
Right. Yeah, so dude was a little crazy with all that shit, man.
I wonder who told him to do that, or why did he think that was a good idea?
I don't know, but a lot of things like plates on the walls and things were patched with silicone.
Oh my God.
And silicone in the lighting and whatnot, on the walls.
I feel like you should have reached out to this guy and be like, how much silicone is in this house?
I just want to know. It's I don't even care. I mean, it's what am I going to do, right? But Can you tell me why?
Is this silicone been passed down from generation to generation? Where's all this silicone coming from, dude?
Guy does black market boob jobs in his garage and shit. Oh, man.
What if he has his own silicone company, dude? That's how he makes all his money.
You think that's what it is?
He has his own company.
He's got his own silicone company, so he's
maybe he sells the raw materials.
He's just so dedicated to it because it's the product that supports his lifestyle. It's like Hank from King of the Hill is always about the propane. Can't use charcoal.
I feel the same way, dude. I'm a propane motherfucker too.
Dude, I ain't give no shits about nothing. If I had the option, wood chips for sure. Wood chips.
I like wood chips because I like the flavor.
Yes.
And I think it does add to the smoking of...
Those things are expensive to maintain.
But I like the temperature control. I want to be able to go up, go down. Propane. Yeah. And
mine goes too hot.
It's efficient too. I mean, you get a lot of grill time out of a propane tank, and then you can just go fill it up at Costco or something. It's super easy.
Yeah, I mean, I just exchange them at Home Depot.
Dude, we got a grill, man. Let's get some meat and do it like we did.
I have to get new plates for that grill, but yeah, definitely we could.
Yeah, we did that. We made those fucking bacon burgers.
I need to get that grill summer ready, I guess.
I brought the Butcher Box burgers, and then we made bacon and everything. Dude, we had all that shit, dude.
Dude, it was a good time.
Yeah, we had fucking monster burgers, dude.
There's like an oil drip plate that's broken on that thing, so I'm thinking maybe go to Home Depot, grab some silicone.
Call the guy, dude. Ask him.
Can you come by? Can you fix this for me?
Just asking me like, how would you?
Out.
I have a drip pen. It's broken. How would you fix that? And he goes, well, I would find some silicone first. Maybe he just had like vats of it in his garage.
He probably did, man.
And
but like I saw like things
it.
in closets, like hooks and shit was just held together with silicone.
He did it with the hangers too.
If anything was broken, man, the dude fixed it with fucking silicone.
Holy shit, dude! You never told me about Silicone Man, dude.
Dude, I didn't know I needed to until this point. Like maybe it was something I just had PTSD about.
Yeah, you had repressed memories of Silicone Man.
It
dude.
just seemed like so long ago.
That seems like an important.
Right?
You're like, I gotta tell you something. I don't know why there's so much silicone in this house.
Have you ever had silicone go bad on you?
Like after I bought it, like
yeah,
no, I never.
No, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell me why this, man. I was having to. I installed an outlet outside, right? So I'm siliconing it.
Oh, you showed me that.
Yeah, it never hardened.
Yeah,
it just
like,
stayed like a fucking liquid, and it was sticky. It was
Did
like
you
liquefied.
get the idea from him to use silicone right there?
No, man. I used silicone there because I needed to. I had to waterproof the outlet, right?
It's
like that's
still
what
wet,
you use
though.
it for.
It
was still wet. It never. I don't know.
It's never
I had
dried?
to open a new one, and I redid it. I took out the old shit and threw that old tube away. But yeah, it never.
This is just a bad batch.
That's what I was thinking. But it was fine before when I used it on other things.
Oh, so you've had this for a while.
I didn't have it I feel like that long, maybe like a month or two after I opened it. But I screwed it off, and that's what you do.
You should have asked a silicone guy about it, dude.
I guess I should have asked the expert.
Yeah, he would have been like, what you got to do is put it in the microwave first and then heat it up to a certain temperature.
I love how we have this character for this expert on silicone.
You need to talk. You need to find this man, dude.
I really do, man. I gotta look it up on the documents.
I have more silicone questions.
If I can find a contact or some shit.
What if there's just some trap door in this house you never even knew about that has silicone in it?
Dude, I think about that shit all the time, but I feel like I've been in every crevice of this house. I don't think there's anything here that I wouldn't notice.
It could be under the carpet or something, dude. Like, what if there's a trap door or something?
That's a thought.
This guy was definitely into some silicone, dude. I feel like there's fucking big ass drum barrels underneath this house, dude, full of silicone, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's just stored here. He's like, I'll come back for you. He couldn't take it all with him. I think that's what the delay was. He had to find somewhere to put his silicone.
Yeah.
He didn't know where to put this damn silicone, dude.
Arguing with his wife whether they should build the house out of
She's
silicone
like, why
or
don't you
buy
just
a new
get
one.
rid of it? He goes, you don't talk about my silicone like that. You don't ever bring up silicone.
Don't you badmouth silicone in my house, woman.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He was definitely attached to it, dude, using it all the time. That's interesting.
That's crazy, man.
What are we at, man? We're getting there, aren't we? Almost at an hour?
Yeah, we're 9 away.
9 minutes away?
Yeah,
all right.
We did an hour, man.
We did it, man.
The Silicone Man episode.
We got. I'll make some kind of art for silicone, dude.
Yes, we gotta make Silicone Man into a comic book.
Silicone mountains,
superhero or some shit.
Silicone trees. It's a Silicon Valley, dude.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been another fabulous episode of Digital Cortex. As always, co-host Thickwick, Randomstylez, bringing it real, keeping it 100. That's it. We're gone. Bye.
Later.